Oh shit. Sure. Oh, you guys waiting. You guys are cute. Yes, guys. Wow. Okay. Guys, my potatoes now. Okay. Let it keep it rolling. The sweet potatoes is gonna take a little more, okay? I have shit to get it done. Yo, y'all tuning in over here. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Today we're gonna, see. Look, that was my feature. I, oh my gosh, guys. My feet's really hurting. No, I need to see the difference. Put my feet up. God damn it. God. He said help to the stop. The sister is in pain. The sister is in pain. Sir. Send the help over there. Send her. Okay, now, I can sit down while the potatoes get together. Okay, guys, that's the time we while I'm organizing shit. Cause shit. You know? Hmm. Listen, guys. Oh my gosh. My sweet baby, Susie. Where you going, Susie? Come on. Let's be one, girl. Let's have a little talk, girl. Cause you fucking shit up over here. You fucking shit up for the mother. You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that to mommy? Why would you do that to mommy? You know? It's fucked up, girl. It's fucked up, girl. Don't do that to mommy. You know? Help mommy. You know, put more work for mommy. More work for mother. More to do that. Okay, guys. I think. Oh, hell yeah. I feel amazing, guys, after this hour. Why is Susie? Susie knows. Just pain, guys. Pain. A little pain. Susie, look at your toy. Your uncle gave it to you. So, no, your uncle gave you a toy. So I gave it from. Okay. Guys, I'm back with the speech. Yeah. Hell yeah. This is what y'all like. Oh God, guys. Oh God. What's up? What's up? Susan don't want to play. She's not a playing yet, no. The mother has things to accomplish. Get it done, you know? So, listen. Last time I even used it. What's going on in the world? Can anybody update me on this? Yes. Because this world is being a little messy, you know? So movies avoiding certain type of content, you know? Everything I do is positive things. And I just have a lot of tasks today. So today was another day. You know, not today. So I'm separating things from you that I got to do that I felt accomplish. What about y'all? How was y'all day? Uh, how was y'all day? Was real bad where South Europe cold, you know. Okay. South Europe is South Europe is really fucked up. Oh shit. Oh, oh my gosh. I swear God. My bed is seeing me for a little bit. But yes, that's like really good. So I'm good today. You know what I'm saying? Today I could move forward. I didn't push it hard. Today was kind of like I had a couple wishes in a way, like grocery shop and shit like nah, I'm glad. Because when I have food in the crib, I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? I feel good. Now whenever I have food in the crib, everything I do is eat. Work out, eat, and then get my job done. All my little stuff that I need. Now this week, guys, this is the schedule for the week. So you guys don't feel mad at the month, okay? Because the month is getting shit together for y'all. Okay. So my chair is here. Oh, my gaming chair. Oh, my gaming chair is here. Okay. So my gaming chair is here. I have a good friend that's gonna be guiding me through the games. Okay. So mom is gonna get into games soon. Don't worry about it. I'm trying my best. Now I have personal uh electronic stuff to get it done. And organizing my crazy uh you know stuff. Like all this BS. What happened? No way you 100 to those. Guys, I'm really close. I'm gained a lot of weight. Okay. The mom be eating, cooking it, eating, and working. What I do normally. I haven't done this past days, but I do normally like um 20 minutes walking around in nature, necessary. And now these days, as I have too much baggage to organize, electronic baggage to get it together, I can't, I'm not going to work out, okay? But the the diet of bulking, that's my diet, okay, guys? Bulking will contain high protein, high protein. Oh my gosh, Susie. Woman wanna love it too, girl. Protein is happening. I got 2 weeks straight, 2 weeks, 2 weeks to organize all my stuff. That's pending, pending. Oh, spice. Um, you know, have you made parting it? Guys, Twitch, having partner with mother, okay? Hey, Twitch, get your shit together. I'm taking everything over. You know? So, I got so many peoples. One thing that the mother has is people that's gonna be coming here. Now, I am a formal type of person. I'm very specific and classy, okay? I like to do things classy. So now I need to organize my invite, invite for my guests, my guests, because as a classy, high-end, ending boss lady, I don't like to be informal. Okay? Oh, be polite. Yes, guys, I like to be polite and formal sometimes. You know? So, yeah, that's one thing that I like to keep, you know? So, what happened is, okay, guys, what happened is, most the peoples, their mother is gonna be visiting mother, the big mother, the queen. They are in different schedules, okay? So, they normally have, you know, they are, most artists, models, blah, 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 blah. They all love the mama once, you know, will be, no, baby, I don't fuck up my hair like that. My hair is just, sometimes I moisturize it, but I didn't wash it. Right, Susan? No washing. Okay. So as polite, high-end boss lady, you know, the queen don't like nothing disorganized. Okay? Everything has to be well organized. I follow through by schedule, regardless what is going on. And then gracefully, when my guests arrive and everything is okay, everybody has a different kind of life. Yes, sir, I am married. You know, not just married, but I have a son too. I have my kid. What's up? But don't worry, guys. What's gonna be? Mother is a fancy girl. Fancy. Very well known person all over the world. So now, mother will be like a couple diamonds, couple nice stuff. So don't worry. You guys can see. As known as one of the biggest ballers in the world. But also I have different positions and as a CEO of a tech company, welcome to my office. Okay? This is mother's office. So this is where I work 20 hours a day to make the best for y'all what comes shopping jobs, okay? Mother's gonna be keeping jobs away. You know, it's gonna be a distribution of jobs. So I have to organize everything perfectly. So when people get into positions, because when they will position it, we have, things organized. Because I don't like to be disorganized. Okay, be a long time in my life. Sorry, sorry. I'll be a long time in my life. Sir, I do not smoke weed. Okay, weed. I don't smoke weed, guys. A lot of people that I know smoke weed. Great for them. I am a high function person, so I can be slow, you know, and I am a genius, so I don't need anything to be a genius. It's kind of normal, nature, you know, you know. So yeah, my brain is creative, So I'm just a child that likes Dragon Ball Z, anime, this kind of kid shit, and then after that we have, you know. Right, sir? We have architecture that I work with, plus me designing. I also design things. Now, guys, we're gonna design things together. Okay? We also gonna design things together. You know, I just create merchandise. I create hoodies, to drop in. I create ski masks for everybody on the streets. So everybody on the streets can dress Mother over there, representing the queen. Then, of course, we get into drawing. Okay? We're getting into this. So soon when my iPad arrives, I'm going to be writing and doing things together. Ah, so you hungry? You hungry, mommy? Hungry? You hungry? You want some food? No. No, kitty, no, no, kitty. Oh, no, no, kitty, no, no, kitty. No, kitty, no, no. Beautiful kitty, beautiful kitty. Yeah. Kitty, listen, listen, listen. Kitty, kitty. Oh, 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 oh. It's so fun. When you go around, it's so fun. What you do? What you do to be so fun? I know. I know you. Okay, so guys, let's go. Guys, a thought. A thought of it. Oh shit. This shit looks like some also. He's right. Guys, let's see some hungry as hell, bro. Hungry shit. You're a motherfucker. Get on the list. Hungry ones, it's not that. I'm a safe girl. No. Mm, yes. Mommy, it's not okay. Shit. I thought could. Let me tell you something. God damn it. Colorful. God damn it. Yeah. See? This is what I cook. If you guys like the movie, guys want to know what's the sauce. I just want to know. I'm saying, like, it's not from sauce movie. Yeah, that's not like. Okay. We we will we will lay it over here. Oh my gosh. No problem. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Get out of it. Oh my gosh, guys. This is like a dream. I don't know fork. That's fucking sense. Have you guys ever seen nobody that do everything streaming? Hey, I'm already like 200 hours on the stream. Swear to God. It's so easy to be. I just got to work while y'all vibing over there. Got so much jobs to do. Mhm. God, they were fat ass. Oh, oh yeah. Mm. So you miss. You missing, girl. Okay. Mm. Mm-hmm. Y'all don't fucking know how good it is. Mm. Oh, yeah. Mm. Mm. Shout out Wingstop. You've seen Wingstop? Yeah. Kick Roast. I go to Wingstop. Hey! No! Stay there! So I started making my own wings. No. Mm. Get out of there. Hmm. You're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to learn. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen, kitty, that's gonna be walking around here like that. No. You're gonna have to learn. In a good or in the bad way. I don't like silly cats like that. Mm. How about Susie? Mm. Guys, I had to eat more than adorable. Because we're just about stuff. You know. Telling you that's why I go to the gym because I cook so good and there's so much food. Well, I'm gonna be obese. Mm. Everybody get obese around me. I don't get obese. I don't get obese, guys. It's one thing about me. Just I like to be moving because I have too much pain. Like my back's gonna hurt. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I'm strong. I'm a very loving person. Don't be scared of me just because I'm a fucking monster at the gym. Mm. I have to work out, guys. If I don't work out, you'll see, I can't fucking take this job. I need a lot of body strength. I spent like 5 hours on my feet cooking. That hurts. And then carrying out this delicious speech hurts too. My back hurts. Um, this speech give me a lot of pain. This bitch that I just love, this whole love it. The bitches love my ass. Oh my gosh. Whenever I go, they be feeling, my gosh, somebody's being disrespectful to me in the chat, guys. Fuck them up. You guys are loud. You put it on the phone. Yeah, I never see a bitch with some fucking muscle. They can fuck them up. Guys, I go to the gym. I live to have the actual case. You know. But guys, I lived since I was 12 years old. So I was like 12 years old, guys. And I've been lifting. You know, for real. I used to be fucking I back in the day it used to be nice. And then I lost everything. But I have eating disorders, right? You know, because of whatever happened to me. So, like if I work too much, I don't eat because I don't want to stop. When I eat, I want to relax. So I have too much in a go, like I'm not gonna eat. So then I lose all my weight. So I gotta go to the gym to feel more hungry. At this point right now, it's not happening anymore because I'm just feeling hungry like all the time. But you know, but I spend a lot of energy, guys. I fucking work 20 hours a day, so the energy it'll be burning the calories. Mhm. Mm. Oh my gosh. Mm. Mm. So good. We go. I don't want to be a bodybuilder, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's just by culture, like it's Brazil shit. So I can't allow United States fucking change me. And then I become like these bitches that don't give a fuck about themselves. You know? Can't allow that, guys. This is treasure. You know? And they just be eating trash all day long. Yeah. What happened is like this. Mm. It's late out here, guys. It's fucking late. You know? It's real late. Heavy, heavy again. It's late. Mm. Oh, I love sweet potatoes. Yes, guys, I can't allow United States fuck me over like that. Because United States would fuck you over. And then I work with image, so everybody just be like, "You look so good." And what happened is when people keep saying you look so good, you be like, "Yes, I really do." So then you stop taking care of yourself. You know, I've been modeling for a long time, guys. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Look, who the fuck is interested about TT? Leave my TT alone. You know how much fucking problems I had on these fucking TDs? Yeah, you're not supposed to be fucking talking shit about my TDs. I have endless problems with my TDs. That's the reason. Endless. I want to go to this. I want to die in the surgery. I'm loving myself the way I am. Who like me, like me. Who don't? I don't give a fuck. Why would I give a fuck? You know, you have never seen a trans in your life. So when you see shit, you must like Diddy. At this point, this nigga must fucking be wishing to see a Diddy. That's the only reason. You know, no, sir, I don't have Diddy for you. You can't look somewhere else. Yeah, the fuck interested in dick like that? God damn it. No, I don't have a Diddy for you, sir. Do you accept a dildo? I can give to one that send you a dildo, so you can use it. Looking for Diddy. Sometimes they be like you guys. I'm saying. Yeah, what the fuck is this? Trust Diddy. Leave my titties alone, stupid ass motherfucker. Why you fucking looking at my titties anyway? God damn it. Guys, I have ate some crazy shit, but guys, have you guys seen that fucking liver king? You guys see the liver king? Bro, I was hungry. Come on. Yeah, guys, yes. It's raw. Oh my gosh. I see shit. Mm, yeah. Don't leave me with when I'm hungry, guys. I'm hungry. I get angry. Super angry. So every time I'm hungry, I feed myself to avoid to be angry. I be one time my bitch saw me angry, hungry. Oh my gosh, she got scared. And then the lady was she got scared. She never want to see that person again. When I'm hungry, sir, it's bad. It's really bad. My attitude is never normally like, don't fuck with me, but if I'm hungry, you gotta feed me. Every time you guys, everybody know to feed me. They always ask me like, you hungry? Then I be happy. Food make me happy. Anime, games, shit like that. All my peoples know. You guys don't know me, huh? Sir, let me tell you something. I don't think so. For what? I would eat like a crocodile for sure. This shit tastes like chicken. What is the craziest shit y'all ate? Like the most different shit y'all ate? Cheap set, average, average, average. Let's go. Let's get great. Octopus, uh, tastes like weird. I tried. Let me see more shit. Well, never see somebody eat well. That's crazy. One more. I think the greatest shit. I mean, I already ate so much crazy shit, but I'm not gonna drop this on the internet because you know what do you guys think about vegans? I got homegirl that's vegan. They 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 how it tastes. This girl died of being vegan in Brazil. She went to a fucking extreme shit and then she died. You know, I'm Brazilian, so very hard for me. I love meat. I guess that you guys wanna be beat up by me. This is what it's looking like. Why do people keep asking me if I buy? I'm gonna go back to the fighting, guys. Yeah. Oh my gosh, bro, you joking right now? That shit crazy. You joking for real? God damn it, guys! I'm feeling amazing. This food really fucking did it. Ah, Susie's nappy now. Susie's so nappy, yeah. I gotta teach Susie, guys. Well, that's she's gonna be like jumping up on the food, you know what I'm saying? So cats be whining. And I don't like that. She gotta be disciplined. Right. So you guys are telling me that you guys thought that I was a person. You guys like this cute girl on Instagram. Oh my gosh. She must just eat salads. Oh. No, guys. I'm fucking gel food. I don't know about that, sir. Bro, who pays for gel food, guys? Who pays for the government? Or is us? Ew. Hospital food. Guys, listen. I used to like when I was a kid, I went to the hospital was to like it. You know, my mom is like a nurse, so I'll be there. My guys know think I know so much shit about sick. That's why I'm paranoid, guys. About getting sick. I don't trust Chinese food or I don't trust Chinese food since I saw shit about New York. I don't trust it anymore. Shit. You know, I'm gonna make my own Chinese food over here. You know? Japanese food is good as fuck. Come on, come. You wanna have mom? Guys, I'm telling y'all, I don't trust Indian food too. Indian food, I don't trust. There's a lot of shit that I don't trust to eat. You know? I'm a chef, guys. So like this. Ai, que bebê da manhã, mano. Que bebê da manhã. Um bebê. Um bebê. Oh, não. Que lindo. Guys, let me tell you something. This shit is crazy. She doesn't like my titties. This is her pillow. Alright, so she's looking at my titties, guys. All day long. My titties. Polished food I ever had. Mm. It's okay. Call me too. Okay, guys, so, uh, no, I never had polished food. Excuse me. Mm, let me see. I like Greek food. When I go to Greece, that's gonna be lit. Greece is beautiful. My bitch with it. Is it Greece or is it Istanbul that have a lot of cats? In Japan, they have a lot of cats. You know, Japanese people. Bro, Japanese people's ski is the best ski. Look like fucking glass. You know, they so organized, guys. They have like this Japanese store over here, like close where I live. God damn it. It's so beautiful. Like when I go there, it's so satisfying. Everything's so organized. I love Japanese culture. I study Japanese culture a lot. It's amazing. They have great things, like great books, great amazing things about Japan. They're very disciplined. So I like it. Back in the day when I was a kid, I used to train karate. So yeah. Ah, guys, I research so much about food. Like, this is one of my things. Foods I research so much food because I'm a chef. So I research out so many details about food, you know what I'm saying? So let me explain to you one thing. When I buy food, when I came to America and I was in California, because that was the first place I went, I was shocked with the food because the food tastes different. Like the fruits don't taste like fruits. You know what I'm saying? Over there, the fruits taste different. The banana don't have the same taste as banana in Brazil. So I was like, oh shit, oh shit. Then, and then when I purchase things, like when I purchase things, they get rotten like very quickly, like kids, you know. Yeah, I went to Bahia. I was in Bahia. Bahia, the food is amazing. The people are amazing. I love it. I love you. I know. Minha zelosa, não zelosa. Tá zelosa, neném, tá zelosa. Girl, girl, just got my lashes done. What you trying to do? You want lashes too? You can't have lashes, okay? These things for his. So, yeah. Mhm. Yes, guys. So many parts of the world, the food is different, guys. You know what I'm saying? So many parts. Here, people don't know what food is. They think it's just, they haven't tried. So that's why they go so crazy when they try my food that's fresh. How my food I cook is fresh. I go select every day in the grocery store and then I come back. So people try, like they be like, oh shit. Because they have that, sometimes they haven't had like real food. you know, just food there like frozen, shit like that. So I'm like, God, that's it. But it's a Latin thing, like, I love you. Mamãe ama. Mamãe ama Vinicius. Ai, que bela linda. Mamãe ama, mamãe ama. Vinicius. Celosa, mamãezão, que linda. E bebê também. Hello, menino. Hello. Girl, you can tell me that. You can tell me that. I'm my like it. I like it. I like it. Yes, guys. Your stream is like, I think it gets better every time. I hope it's because you like streaming more and more. You are a very interesting girl to listen to. The cat's cute, but not a good sugar like you. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. Listen, guys. This stream has just started, guys, okay? I want you guys to be a little patient with the mother, okay? This is my first time streaming in my life. So, you know, along the way, the mother works too much. So I have been overfloated. I have been overfloated with so much responsibilities that I have to get it done. So I can't call people correctly. So, a little patience is gonna be helpful. It is a long, we gotta be here for a long time. I'm not going anywhere. You know, I have no rush. Everything you guys got to fucking buy a movie. I'm the best company, guys. You know, you guys made me company while I'm working. Yeah, this is streaming is kind of weird. Like, this mic. Guys, I'm working a little bit each day, you know? I find I get real good on this shit of work. I master things very fast. I'm a genius. It's kind of nothing too hard for me. The only thing, guys, is because I gotta deal with people. People give more work than work. You know, people are give more work. Then I gotta cook, clean, you know what I'm saying? Handle business. Then I gotta do content. Like, it's, but as a housewife, you guys don't worry. I don't go to wait. You know, just be my bitch. This bitch can do whatever the fuck she wanna do. Be like, I just make sure this hoe's good because this is my best friend. I go over there to fucking look it up. I'm like, is everything good? Shit. Let me see. Okay. You know, I'm a good friend. I gotta make sure my bitch is good because if anybody's messing with my bitch, you already fucking know the vibes. I gotta come through. Period. You know, I don't like people messing with my friends. They mess with my friends. It's complicated. All my friends come through it. They be like, all my friends come through for me, guys. Our relationships are very, very strong. I have people that really have friendships with me like for 4 years, 4 years, 5 years, 4 years, 4 years. Everybody that loves me, they come through. They do not bullshit about me. Nobody bullshit about me, guys. You know, it's very cute. I feel so loved and appreciated. I do the best I can every time for my people. My people are so loving to me. Everybody asks me if I need anything. You know, people teach me things all the time too. Things I don't know. I teach them things I know. Like they're like I don't know how people's relationships are. My relationships are really good in life. I have great relationships with people. I'm very respectful, so people respect me. It's cool. It's cool. I like to have good relationship with. I'm about a healthy life. I want to see people. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what they're going through. Like sometimes people be like, make such a big deal of things. Like I know people are busy. You know what I'm saying? The same way that I'm busy. So it is respect to the table. If somebody is doing something that make them happy, I'm happy for them. Keep doing it. Make you happy. It's great. Now, what I don't allow, that's why sometimes I am the bad guy. Because I don't allow people to keep crossing me. Because when it hurts, I have to speak up for myself. Why would I be there down? Why? I have to speak up for myself. That's the only way to make people stop. Because when you don't speak up for yourself, when you stand up for yourself, they just keep going and then later you dead. And they don't give a fuck. When you speak up and say, hey, I'm not okay, people say, say, people should understand that's okay. Sometimes people will not be okay. And then our people's come through for me. Everybody come through for me. It's ridiculous. Like, it's not a day. You know what I'm saying? Having me a day in my life. Every time that every person that meets me and like me, they ride for me. I will. Sometimes people just stop me and be like, oh my gosh, I like you so much. Has been so many years. Oh wow. All the time. It's kind of normal for me. They stop me. People send me gifts all over the world. You know, they want to salute me for my jobs, the things I have done. They love my family, whatever I do. Like, people do not play about me, guys. One thing about me is I got people that don't play about me. It's ridiculous. People love me for the way I am. They know I'm crazy. They be like, we like this. I'm like, yeah, I'm just a fun person. I don't do nothing to nobody. Everything I care about is just kitchen. Coward. No, nobody. You know what think about me, boo? Is I heard one day in my look, I go everywhere, for the most expensive places in the world to each hood, whatever it is. I don't treat people like that. I treat people with respect. Everybody's a human, you know? Some people have everything and other people don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can I explain? It's like common sense. It's just know how to treat people. If you know how to treat people well, they will treat you well too. If you go over there and treat people like shit, of course you're gonna receive the same treatment back. You know? So learn how to be, cordially respectful, and then people will be respectful. It's no need. Violence is never the answer, guys. You know, I'm mean. That's the difference. I'm very mean. Why? Because I'm passionate about whatever I'm doing. So I don't like people get on the way. Sometimes they don't have my vision. So what I can do, you know, they can see themselves well too. I see myself differently for everybody see me. So I work myself every day. That's all I can do. I can do much more than that. People be fucking trying to jump on my back and want me to fucking carry them all the way. No, everybody got two hands and two feet. So everybody gotta do their part. You know what I'm saying? What you mean? I don't know nobody. German, I have a couple of German girls on IG, you know? German people are cold. They don't give a fuck. When I was in German, was so good. I was walking, nobody look at you. They are minding business. No, no, Susie wanna go to Germany? Mm-hmm. Yes, guys, I was in, no, a couple places in Germany. German people are a little different. A lot of German, like, married Brazilians. I've seen a couple videos. My daughter is sleeping. Now, let me go handle my business, because y'all over there. I got business to handle, okay? Let me go see. You guys not follow the channel? Let me see what's going on in this channel with you. Hmm. Well, Suzy, you're not mommy, Suzy. You're not. You're not go lay down, mommy. That's all. Seu Marquito, toda mente. E toda manhã. A mamãe ama. She's so clean. Não, mulher, não. It's okay, you was don't know. Susie's obsessed with me, child. Susie loves me so much. Yeah, Susie. Let me see the bed. Susie. Easy, pessoal não like it. Yeah. Mama be giving you a lot of food, so you go. Susie just be happy, guys. That's what Susie do. Happy, Susie. Susie nappy, yeah. Yeah, so funny. I always say that. Y'all so funny. Oh my god. Y'all the funniest people in the world. You guys, this shooting spider gets so late. You guys have no idea. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to figure out all these things over here so we can move forward. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot. You know, the mother is doing everything she can. One day each, we arrived here. You know, make sure you guys subscribe to help the channel. And go to my wish list and fucking purchase things over there for the kitchen, you know. I just like, a lot of pens and shit like that and gym clothes. Go spoil me. You know, I'm just like spoiled leaves. Everybody's spoiled, guys. Sorry, mama. I'm just a baby. Guys, that's so cute. I want to post this on Instagram. Come on. Go on Instagram, guys, to see the post. Sorry, Susie. No. You want to see, you want to see the video. We won't. Perfect. Are you sleeping? Hmm. People love sushi. I don't be posting the other day anymore. I'm supportive of Instagram. Shit. I haven't barely used Instagram. Oh. Let me put the link of the Twitch. Okay. I got so much shit to do. Guys, I need a coffee. I gotta lay down too because my back is hurting. My back's fucked up. I'm gonna work until like late night today. Fuck this shit. I'll find a dog out this shit now. I'll find a dog out this shit now, guys. For real. Ain't no fucking joke. You know what I'm saying? Well, think about me. You wanna be with mommy like that? You don't wanna get out? No. Obsessed. It's okay. Oh no. You're obsessed with mom. You're obsessed with the mommy. It's okay. It's, oh no. Guys, unavoidable. For my kitty, so coffee. Oh, ah. It's okay. I love you too. Guys, listen. Shit, I gotta get shit done, girl. You know, I'm on. It's the business open. Business woman gotta do things. Okay? I know you. We never live together. I know we haven't lived together. Guys, oh, she's obsessed, guys. You know, guys never had kitties, huh? Yeah, so funny. I'm gonna move you over there so I can lay down on the sofa. Okay? I haven't laid on that sofa. Yeah. Crypto. I move everything, sweetheart. Crypto, Bitcoin, I move it all. You have no idea. The mother is really in a tech. You know what I'm saying? I move everything. Everything. Only thing I don't move is unmovable things. But the rest, you must believe that the mother stepped in for me. I'm sorry, because I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm you know what? No. Okay. Yeah, go sleep over there. I have work to do. You know? who have goals that don't work. Things don't just fucking fall on your head. You gotta go after. You know, it's life. Like I actually handle things that people cannot handle because they're mentally weak. That's all the mother do. People that are mentally weak can't handle this shit. It's too much. They will jump off a fucking bridge. Swear to God. Me, ain't nobody can fucking fuck me over. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, chilling. When you're a genius, like search shit for people that's hard for you is too easy. So that's like normally the problem that I had. But they make it complicated when it's so fucking easy. Let's go, guys. Let's go. You know? Oh fuck. Ah, here. Here you go, guys. I don't think you guys gonna be close to me though. I'm gonna turn this shit off. You guys want to be close? Wait a minute. I'm gonna turn this off and then you guys gonna be close. Okay? That's my back hurts. Back hurts like a motherfucker. So can you let's push it. Oh, I'm gonna work laying down. That's gonna be the way. For me. And then guys, I cannot read the chat now, you know? The chat, can you read? First Bobby, okay. See ya. So you guys can see me for me. You don't know, I'm gonna be oh, okay. I'll be in the couch, guys. I want to bring you out closer, but what it's looking like is that this game, this has a lot of humidity. So stay right there. Let me get my shit done. Yes. Nobody's gonna get it done for me. The case, I'm the one person that can get it done. But, you know, this is the fix for me. Yeah, fix. Get it done, move on. Get it done, move on. I need a little blankie eyes on the engine. Just a little blankie to help me. Be confused. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. Ooh, Susie, you gonna cuddle a mommy? No, no cuddling. Okay, got it. Oh, guys, this is how I'm gonna work because of my back hurts so bad. Oh, yeah. So this is it right now. Come, Susie. No, no balls. It's bullshit, girl. Come, Susie. I don't know what to do here. Goes up to what I need. Come on, come. It's okay. Mm, it's okay. I had a real stuff in here, but I gotta fix it. I gotta get it done. So when I get done, oh, What you doing? You need to fuck up my head. Why are you doing that to mommy? You that's fucked up. Okay. Guys, looks like I'm over here a lot of work to do, so I'm gonna listen to a book while I'm doing shit. You know, listen to book, guys. I have two books to listen. But I think I fucked it up. Shit. You know, I use this one. I use this one a lot. What's the name of this? A podcast. Much apps. So, why you reading my things? Why you in my head? No, eating mommy's hair. What is that? See, guys, I told y'all. Excuse me a minute. Jay Shetty, guys. The eight said, okay, let's study Jay Shetty. He's a beautiful relationships. I love him. He's good. Eight says, counter self-hate into self-love. You see, guys, so much good information on the internet. Gotta fucking choose the good ones so you gotta be okay. Okay. Since I how to block social media for controlling your life behind. Let's see. Um, how to break patterns of negative self-talk and stop using external judgment to measure your achievement. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, okay, we have a lot of things here. But five, I knew these things because I say I studied this before. Now, what I'm into studying is mm, they have New York Times, um, the daily motivation. This guy really listen to him, but Tom Below, his take about the impact theory is dope. You know, it's really dope. Okay, a growth mindset, go impact. You know how to not let your emotions control you. Let's listen to this one so you guys learn. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. Very sorry, it's always been forgetting about our painless. This is usually probably my normal names for grass for anything. That's it. Pizza. That's what I mean. It's over from this like some piece beer. But Elizabeth does like yes, which makes me feel better. So that's um let's dive right in, shall we? Right. Well, please, thank you for everybody for reaching out and letting us know how next week's episode actually resonated with you. Got a lot of feedback, a lot of comments. Really appreciate that, guys. Yeah, listen to it. Yeah, you should go check it out. Yeah, make sure you subscribe for the keep there on the podcast app of choice. That helps a lot. You have to navigate the end. Yeah. It was almost like a therapy session, and a lot of people, yeah, were really touched by it, and they learned a lot from how we just talk to each other. So I guess let's try and do more of that. Sounds good. But guys, yeah, what's your favorite episode actually? And guys, if you do have any questions and you want to stay anonymous, obviously, more than happy to keep your name out of it, but you can send the questions to connect@impacttheory.com. And now let's get started. All right, question anonymous. Hi, Tom and Lisa. I'm going through an amicable divorce with my spouse and I'm pretty devastated. But I've had a ton of realizations while working through my role in the end of our relationship. Over the course of our relationship, I became spouse centered and dependent on her for my emotional health. I felt stuck in my line of thinking and never had the courage to bring up the issues that grew over time. Since then, I've really started working on myself. I'm reading as many mindset books as possible, starting talk therapy for the first time, and I'm trying anything that could possibly help me get through the emotional pain and will make me a better person. It feels like I'm really changing and putting in the work that I just couldn't get myself to do before. I guess I'm really looking for validation that I'm doing the right work to get myself to a place where I can continue growing and advice on what else I could do that can help either one, that has helped either one of you. Thanks. Well, let me validation. This first thing is self awareness. It's like really something so question that I really resonate with. So, yes, it very much sounds like they are in the right lane, they're sort of thing, got a good attitude, acknowledging the perfect.
Mhm. Only your response with that. Like, we slows off, then the beauty which only is possible in vulnerability will never happen. Yeah, that's a very good point. Do you have any thoughts or any stories in your mind? Because of so any time that you felt like you were a little too dependent on me? Never like a big thing. I've been really cognizant of, okay, so I want to be in a codependent relationship, meaning that I want to completely revolve around you. So, okay, what's the danger? Because even just saying those words out loud is so how dangerous that is. So it was like, okay, well, I want that to be true, but I want to remember that I'm planet. So I may end up with it, but I'm still me. So, okay, if she's the center of my universe, she's always like even saying these words to me, like when I write it down, like that feels so instant to me to be so. So like that makes me feel even now it's emotional just saying that thing. So I really get emotional. Don't really like this episode, guys. Our society is collapsing. How I'm here. Okay, let me see. Because I'm going to watch Mindset of a Master, Love Life. Guys, there's so many shows here. Love Health, Happy Place, Kitchen, is like one. You know this guy, Ed Monet. I heard him. Okay, listen, guys. I heard him a couple of times on the internet, but I can look at. I gotta listen to him.
Grand Canyon University is a Christ-centered university with a compassionate Christian community. They help you fit a bachelor's degree, master's, or doctorate in years. Customized systems to courses for their online or forward in-person honor games. Plus, for free, for just students in diploma or 380 students strategy. I know. And two of my nephews, including my godson, one's a graduate and one is going to be someday. So absolutely big fan. Find your purpose. Choose private, Christian, affordable. Visit choosing.edu. Your area. Which more than best. Sending something to your life and you were born for a reason. It's important that you know that you hear that from me today, and then you can believe it about yourself. Because if you don't believe that about yourself, there's no chance it's going to happen. You can't achieve something in your life that you don't believe strongly, certainly that you can achieve. And I know that I find many of you, they say, "Here, this is you've got momentum in your life, things are going well, and you're looking for a key, or you want to hear about a mistake you might make that you could miss because you're warning you about it." And I'm going to give you all those things, in every program. But I know there's many of you that are rising today, you're just not in the groove. Things aren't going great. Maybe you're in a down cycle of life. There's some letdowns, some hurts that are happening right now. Maybe a little bit of, a little melancholy, a little anxiety, a little fear, maybe always depression. And I just want to be that person who reminds you that you can do something special, that you're going to. You have everything you need within you right now to make your life great, and you can turn it around at any time you decide to. What you allow is what's going to continue in your life. I put a post about this several weeks ago. It's hard to accept this, but what's happening in our lives, we're allowing it. And to some extent, we almost believe we deserve it because we produce in our lives what we really believe we're worth, what we really believe we deserve. And it's hard to accept that because it seems coincidental. That the wrong person in our life, or there was a business setback, or our car break down, or our company went out of business, or whatever it might be. Why your clients just quit or change their mind. And it seems coincidental, but you really truly are getting out of your life what you believe you're worth, what you believe you deserve, and you're allowing it to happen. And I'm going to challenge you to stop that, stop allowing it, and know that you deserve better. And so let's figure it out. It's connected to it, but it's absolutely connected to it, and that's ego. See, the truth is, ego is always false. Ego is always something that raises its head when we're insecure, when we're fearful. If you meet people that you think are showmaniacs, they're constantly bragging about themselves, these are the most insecure people that you know. They're the most fearful people that you know. They're the most scared, and they're usually the least happy. And so, but I want to say something to you. I want you to consider as I go through ego today. I know you think, well, I'm so down on myself. How can I have an ego? It's actually the people that are down on themselves that actually have their ego materialize and show up more often than they think. And it's their ego that may actually be holding them back. And you think, wow, how can someone with low self-esteem have a big ego? Well, trust me, they do. And so egos are not part of people with high self-esteem. The people in my life that are most self-confident typically don't have big egos. And so I want to talk to you about that. By the way, I'm covering this thing like many things I cover because it's something I struggle with. My ego will step forward often in my life, and it usually steps forward when I'm the most scared. Because when I'm achieving, I'm starting to be pretty full of myself, right? But a lot of times when you're achieving and you're full of yourself, what's really happening is you're afraid you're going to fall down. You're lose something. You're afraid there's going to be a setback. So often our friends, where we see their ego, is when they're doing good. Or she thinks she looks so good, she's showing herself. Actually, she doesn't think she looks good, and she's looking for validation from other people. You guys that have a friend who's really winning, making a lot of money, it's just not the same. They've got a big ego all of a sudden. You'd be surprised that money he's making, that car he's driving now, he's so afraid he's going to lose it. He's so scared. He so believes his results have exceeded who he really is. He's so out over his skis that ego shows up because he's afraid. When you see ego, no, it usually means fear. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but it's true. So we're going to talk about just recognizing our ego when it shows up. Because for me, either someone else points it out to me, close to me, or I see it myself. If you have to wait for other people to tell you that your ego's out of control, it's too late usually. So we gotta see our ego whenever it is. It's be aware of it and it loses power and we go back to being our real selves, which is point one today. You can't love yourself if you're not being yourself. You can't love yourself if you're not being yourself. And when our ego shows up, in a minute, I want to show you some not so subtle ways egos show up. And you're going to see what I mean about making your ego this present. But we're going to do this. When ego shows up, we're not ourselves. We have to be God. In other words, if you can let go of your ego, you can let God. If you let go of your ego, you can let your confidence. When you let go of your ego, you will really become who you are born to be. And so oftentimes, it's so important you get. You may be losing right now because of your ego, because of your ego, because you're not feeling good about yourself. So let's get some of the things that are you know, issues, the really obvious ones that I want you to look at when you're looking at for you and others. But then we're going to get the not so obvious ones and find out a solution. So here you go. Here's all the sign that your ego is taking over in your life. Number one, defensiveness. It's not when you think of it, it's defensiveness. You're being someone who's very defensive, very reactive about what the situation is, whatever you feel about. Their ego is very insane. Sometimes we need to respond to criticism to get better. We're defensive about it. That's our ego rearing itself. So in yourself and in people, can you see any defensiveness patterns for you? This is an ego issue. Number two thing that's ego issue is always trying to be right or prove what you're saying to be true in excess. You ever meet somebody who's kind of going out of their way to prove what they're saying is true? This is usually their ego taking over because they know what they're saying may not be true, and this is their ego rearing its head. The second thing is the need to always win in a disagreement, the need to always win in a fight. This is an ego issue that somehow, if you concede to somebody that they made a great point, maybe you need to make an adjustment or a change, that somehow you're weak. This is made out of a position of insecurity. So believe it or not, that's an ego based out of the insecurities you have. Don't always have to win every disagreement. It's okay to say I'm sorry. It's okay to admit you're sorry. Admitting you're wrong. Being open to criticism and change is a sign of confidence and strength, lack of ego. Ego is when we're weak and insecure and we have to win to prove what we're saying is true. We have to prove we're right. If you see this tendency in someone that you're in a relationship with, you're in business with, or in yourself. This is their ego rearing their head and they're never able to fulfill their full potential. I don't know anything right. That's my spouse. That's my girlfriend. That's my boyfriend. That's my dad. That's my mom. And it's great that you see it in other people. But is it you? Just ask yourself honestly, is it you? It's easy to see these egos in other people. But the real winners in life, the real achievers are so self-aware they see these things in themselves. Great ego issue, pride and boasting, constantly bragging about themselves, boasting about their achievements, boasting about what they have going, being very prideful in their behavior. The Bible talks often about the maladies of having pride in our life. But if you're bragging, if you're boastful, if you're prideful all the time, this is someone with a big ego. That's one of the more obvious ones. We go, I know that. But do you see that in someone you love? Do you see that in someone in business? Do you see prideful and boasting in yourself? The next one's a not so obvious one, revenge. Do you seek revenge against people? Do you want to get back at somebody? Do you know people who are constantly getting back at somebody? Revenge is ego every single time. Next, possessiveness. Possessiveness is an ego thing. We don't own people, and our desire to control people, control situations, to possess people almost is an ego issue. And when you see this in other people in your life, we try to be possessive of you in your business or in your personal relationships. No, this is an ego out of control happening, and they're going to get an ego in check, or it's going to make your life miserable in a relationship with them. If you got this, you're going to make people around you miserable trying to possess them as well. Be honest. Does this fit you or someone you love or no? Talking poorly or gossiping about other people, number one sign of insecurity, and that's ego. You say, wow, he's right. Insecurity and lack of confidence is actually ego. And it is. And so people who gossip, who talk about others, go an entire day in your life without talking about another person in a negative way. Actually, try to go about an entire day in your life without talking about another person. Just try to not talk about another person to other people for an entire day. And it'll begin to reveal to you how often maybe even you do it. And I say this because it's true with me. I always say I'm positive. I never talk bad about people. But that's the truth. I have moments of being, especially when I'm with other people who sort of do that, I start to behave more like them. And maybe you too. When you're around gossipers, do you gossip or do you stay above it? This is a sign of insecurity. It's a sign of weakness. Do you see this in you? Be honest. Where you talk about other people in the presence of other people, or do you know somebody who's like this? Either you or them have an ego issue. That's what I call the gym weirdos. You've been at the gym and you step woman and like got constantly flexing and all the time. Like that just it makes you almost uncomfortable, doesn't it? Or maybe you have a friend who's constantly looking in the mirror, constantly checking their phone, constantly posting only filtered pictures on social media, right? So they're just constantly obsessed with what they're looking at themselves. These are out of control ego people, right? So ask yourself a question: is that you or somebody you care about? Bullying, bullying, sure. Simple as children at school talking about work. You have lots of it's bullying. You might have a leader bullying. The only way to get you to move in form of bullying. This may surprise you, but as a child, I was bullied.
Mhm. Okay, I would like to go watch this one. Yes, guys, podcast is like the only way I will get my things. I like Jay Chetty a lot. I think Jay Chetty is winning for me. Speak up.
Your life story was a new podcast series. Would it be a comedy? An action-packed thrill ride? No matter what genre, State Farm is there for your what ifs, which means they help you keep your life story from becoming a mystery. Because when you've got questions like, what if my policy doesn't cover this? They've got answers. You can file a claim on the State Farm mobile app or simply call your agent. It's how insurance plays a supporting role no matter your story. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Symbiotica has been fundamental in me maintaining a healthy lifestyle. They only source high-quality plant-based ingredients, and their supplements don't contain anything artificial. My top favorites are Symbiotica's liposome, magnesium, L3 and A, which has helped me think more clearly, and vitamin C, which has been awesome for boosting my immune system and keeping my skin healthy. Whatever your health goals are, Symbiotica has you covered. Try them today. Go to symbiotica.com/purpose to get 15% off site-wide. Again, that's symbiotica.com/purpose for 15% off site-wide. When we're left alone to ourselves, we hear things that we may not be comfortable. I don't like where my life is going. I'm not happy with how I live. Everyone else is doing better than me. They just got proposed to and I'm still alone. All those thoughts get space to actually be heard. Whereas when you're scrolling, it's like, oh, they got promoted. Oh, cute money. Oh, like, you're not even listening. You're scrolling away thoughts. It's the secret that you learn from monks on how to master yourself. I think one of the first things that I suggest that you explain to people is that when I lived as a monk, a lot of the wisdom that we study and the Eastern literatures that we spend time excavating, those were not aimed at monks. Those were just aimed at humanity. When they were written, they were time of religions. What are the differences? The 5,000-year-old texts that literally talk about everything from Ayurveda, which is the science of health. So Veda means wisdom or science of. And so Ayurveda is the science of life, the science of health. You have their own version of Vastuveda, which is closest to feng shui. So like how to design your home, how to set up different things around your home for purposeful aesthetics. You have the science of in the things. Like, wow. So yeah, so there's a whole text dedicated to reconcile that in the sense that there's knowledge and wisdom on how to properly do each aspect with integrity, with purpose, from a point of protection, recognizing, I think you can recommend this. The idea that we all want a world, I think we all like a world that has no, but if we live in a world pretending that there is none of that, and then we're not prepared for it, that sets us up wise. And I think whether you look at that on a macro or you look at on a micro of anxiety or stress or pressure, if we pretend that stress doesn't exist, it doesn't make it go away, it doesn't make it better, but being prepared for it actually allows us to potentially avoid it, potentially navigating with more integrity and authenticity. And today I feel like we don't have codes for difficult things in society. You see people make really bad mistakes. You see people not having a code book or on leadership. And that's what it leads to. You see people not having a code book on how to navigate. And therefore people do what they feel like. And so I find that what the Vedas are trying to do was give you a set of code and a set of rules and a set of limits so that you can be more controlled and greediness or negative desireless in those situations where you wouldn't be pulled into something like your ego, where you can actually go back to something that would help you get there to get the best result for people and humanity. And I think that's what's so special about the Vedas, that ultimately it's dedicated to uplifting humanity through each of these different things that we experience in life. It's really interesting to hear you talk about the part, and I think it was in the Vedas, about the guy who was prepared for it. You talk about even that people have to learn how to find. I found it really interesting. The book starts with solitude. Yes. Why solitude? Because that was the part where it's like, okay, here's where the monk part is coming into this. And I think it's pretty important for people to be able to be alone before they try to get into a relationship. Yeah, I think we've created this feeling in society where loneliness is the enemy, where being alone is seen as a weakness. So when someone goes to school and throws a birthday party and not many people show up, you're unpopular. Whereas if lots of people showed up, You were really important to us. I can think of a few things that were devastating to a kid and no. Exactly, and that's what's funny. That's what's talked about. And then the next thing is like you should tell the kids that if they went to a party and know each other, we should really be like, yes, they are. That they felt really careful when they felt they required and wanted to celebrate their birthday. So I think the challenge is when you're kid, you also hand out way too many invites. So I think that's what ends up happening is that you think a good birthday party is a packed room. And even, I mean, people still feel that until they're 50, 60, 70, like, that's until they're dead. It's a very different party or good that. Even when people say, like, when I die, like, if there's loads of people there, that would be the thing. I think we just program ourselves to believe that if we're not surrounded by people, we can't celebrate or we can't be celebrated. It has to be about scale of how many people are there. And I would say that's one measurement. But the other measurement is the depth of how old they know you. I know tons of people who do a great birthday party at 50, 500 people showed up, and they go, actually, I'm it's his party. And I was speaking at the person whose party it was, and they were like, so many people invited people they didn't know to my birthday party. And they thought nobody had their own birthday party. I don't, if I had kids, I wouldn't want them to feel that. And even for myself, I don't want to be in that position. I'd rather have, I saw this thing on Instagram, and someone had posted like, it was like a tenth, this is in British currency, it's like 10 pence, and then £1. And so 10 pence is larger circumference than the pound, but the pound is greater in value. And so the caption on Instagram said that my circle has shrunk in size, but it's increased in value. And I was thinking that that to me resembles the kind of life I would want for myself and for my children if I had them. But if I had both, that would be amazing, obviously. But I don't know how real it is to be able to say we can have both. So I think what I'm trying to say with solitude is that if there isn't a sense that I am happy with myself, with my own company, with the thoughts that circle around in my mind, imagine how complex that is when you add another confused individual who's not happy with their thoughts, not happy with who they are, not happy with their mind, and now in a relationship you're putting two confused people together. Why is there pain? Why is there fallout? Why is there so much disappointment in a relationship? In my opinion, and from the perspective of the Eastern studies, is that because there's an internal dissatisfaction in both people that they're now bringing to each other. And so the strength of solitude is using that time. I've still not found a better solution for self-awareness than solitude. Because in solitude, it's the only place you get to hear your own voice and make sense of other people's opinions. If I'm standing in the middle of a group of 100 people and they're yelling their opinions, chances are some of them are going to roll off, some of them are contagious, some of them I'm going to reject, and I don't get the space and time to make sense of what's my voice and what's yours. Whereas when I get time to myself, I get the opportunity to reflect on and introspect and go, do I want that thought to be mine? How does that fit into my life? How do I feel about this? Right? You get to have that dialogue with yourself, and I feel we must be part of self-time, self-talk, and self-dialogue. Well, let's go into it. So, like if you put a human being in solitary confinement, right, in a deep and fundamental and scary way that I wouldn't have predicted, that seems very weird to me. I know it to be true, not because I've experienced it, but because you're just hearing over and over and over and over, like if you really wanted to destroy the human spirit, isolate it. So how is it that we take this thing that will, on a long enough timeline, absolutely decimate you and make it something that becomes the most profound setup for self-awareness? What do you have to do in that solitude? Yeah. So the first thing I'd say is that it would decimate you if you go into it 24 hours a day. And that's not what we're recommending. Right? I'm not telling someone 24 hours be in solitude for a year. Like that's not my recommendation. My recommendation is there has to be at least 1 hour, that you spend by yourself, and in that hour, you're not watching a show, you're not reading a book, you're not on your phone scrolling, so you're not distracting yourself with anything or stimulating yourself with anything external. And you're sitting there and just observing your thoughts. Now, an hour would seem like a long time at the beginning, but that's an hour would be great in a week. If you're starting that in 10 minutes, that's brilliant. That's enough. But the goal isn't enough. Like, are you making a time or you trying to learn what you can find me in the comments? Like, you can 2 hours ago, no mistake there. So, what should people do for real? I do believe that 10 minutes is a good place to start because I do feel that they shouldn't stay there. You should stay at 10 minutes, it should grow. I think I look at it as like when you do a cold plunge, right, for the first time. So the first time I did a cold plunge, I was doing it with a friend and they've been already doing it for a long time and I didn't want to walk out and it's really it's like saying that I wanted to the first time I did it. So if I did it myself the first time, I think I would have been there for 30 seconds. The first time I did it, I did it for 5 minutes. So I was in there with someone who was in this with fully square 5 minutes. It was great. Fully squared up to here, right? Not fully squared. And so when I look at that and I look at something that I found challenging when I did it, I was like, if someone told me I had to be in there for 10 minutes the first time I did that, it's never put in, right? And the idea that I could start in 30 seconds and build myself up to 3 minutes and then build myself up to 5 minutes, I really truly like that process. And I think you have to, that's a self-awareness. Yeah, you have to know whether you're someone who likes to be thrown in the deep end or whether you're someone who likes to do it incrementally. I'm genuinely someone who jumps into the deep end, so I was pushed in for 5 minutes. That works for me. Because for me, I'm the kind of person who needs to be pushed off to break the mental barrier to then go back and build a habit. That's my self-awareness. I became a monk in order to learn these things. I'm an extreme person. That's how I learn and build habits. But someone else goes to me, actually, Jay, I like meditating for 5 minutes a day. It works for me. Now I have confidence. I can do 10 minutes a day. If it did, I love that. So I don't think it's an either or. I genuinely don't. That's not a cop out. I think you have to know who you are. And so if I want to learn something, I'll schedule the whole weekend. If I wanted to learn archery, I would set up archery classes for 8 hours a day all weekend. I wouldn't learn if I do archery once a week. Because I want to figure out whether I'm deeply interested and care about this enough to actually commit to it weekly. But that's my mindset, that's who I am. So I think the first bit is 10 minutes alone every week where you sit and you just observe your thoughts and write down every thought that comes up. This is weird. I hate this, it's boring. Comedy Jay and Tom told me to do this, right? And whatever else is coming up right now. And just become comfortable becoming aware of your thoughts. And what you find is that the first time you do this, it is just going to be random voice like, what should I eat tonight? What's going on? It's just going to be that stuff. Remind me, I hate this, I'm uncomfortable, this is not fun, I'm bored. Like, it would just be natural dialogue like that. What you find is the next time you do it, or the next, after a couple of times that you do it, you now might start asking interesting questions. You might now start noticing a pattern of thoughts that repeats itself, like, I've just been thinking for a week about what that person said to me about how I look. Or I've been thinking about what that person said to me about something I did online. Like it's just in my mind and it keeps repeating itself. Now you're going to start defining what you spend most of your time. So studies show we have 60 to 80,000 thoughts per day, and 80% of them are negative and 80% of them are negative. So if our life is not transforming our thoughts, now if I ask you what are you thinking about, you're a self-aware person, I'm pretty sure you can tell me at any given moment what you're thinking about. You ask most people what they're thinking about, the reaction will be an emotion like I'm stressed or too much on at the moment, but we can't be really clear. So what this is giving you is clarity of what are those repeating negative thoughts and how do we want to change them. So that's step one is even becoming aware of the thoughts. So if I'm asking an average person, wait, it's the first thought. Oh, I'm tired. That's the first thought for most people. You finally made it to coffee, you had your morning coffee, you think you got out, this coffee gets through me through the day because I'm so tired. The second time you got the door. You get to lunchtime, you're like, God, I say, oh, you eat lunchtime? Like, and I can't even eat lunch because I'm busy working, because I'm so tired. You get to 6 p.m., maybe you're going to work an extra hour, work at 6 anymore. 7 p.m., you finish, you go, I'm exhausted, I can't wait to get home. You get home, and somehow when 11:37 p.m., you get the courage to watch another episode, and you repeat the cycle, right? That's a thoughts in the same day. As you get that awareness of what do you want to do with it? Or if that's not the right, what is the effective thing to do with it if you're trying to better yourself in whatever, whether it's love or something else. But if you're trying to progress in life, where do you go with that? Yes, we want to disrupt that algorithm, right? That pattern that's been developed. Just stop thinking negative. No, so we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to say, I am tired. We're going to take. We're going to accept it. We're okay with that. Good with that. And I'm going to sleep early tonight. So I'm accepting the thought that I'm feeling. I'm not going to wake up and never feel I'm tired. I wake up and feel I'm tired sometimes. But I'm going to go, I'm tired. I'm going to cancel my plans for the weekend. I've done that so many times where I've had the busiest week at work. I'm tired. I can feel them stressed. I'm even getting a bit snappy with my wife. Like I can feel all those things. And I look at my weekend, and my weekend is decked with social events. And I go to Robbie, I'm like, I'm about to cancel everything this weekend because I don't think I have the resilience to get through. But if I didn't give myself that all I keep saying all week is I'm tired. And it gets to the weekend, my friends are going to feel like, God, I wish they would come in. Then they leave, and I'm like, oh, God, I'm so relieved that they left. I wish they would have left earlier, right? It's like negativity just brewing. And so what I'm saying is accept the feeling. And what are you going to do about it? Yeah, that's the question I was asking myself. Yes. And now what? And now what? This bad thing has happened. Yeah, exactly. If this thing that, like, if I get tired during the week, then I will cancel my plans on the weekend. If I have weekend plans that are really important, I'll sleep early on the weeknight so that I'm ready for it. So like this week I'm with you. I will sleep every night this week. Every night there's an event. So I know that this weekend needs to be restful. Give myself permission. Nothing for 4 days. It's beautiful. Because my other days have been so busy. But if I'm not having time to structure and think about these things, you're literally running from one thing to another. So I feel like people are chasing peace. People are chasing peace, not realizing that when they slow and still and make that space, they then learn how to find peace. So people are looking for peace in the meditation. That's not how it works. The meditation creates the space for you to figure out how to create peace in your life. And that's what peace is. It's interesting. So my experience with meditation that is where I get literal peace. Yeah. So I started meditating because I was going through a really stressful period in my life years ago. And it was just misery at a physical level. And so I thought, I've got to find some way to de-escalate my stress and anxiety. I've been told 1,000 times by people meditate and manage stress. So like, my physiological level is lower my stress and my anxiety. And I was like, this is amazing. I've since tried to get, like my wife, for instance, to use it. It doesn't hit her in the same way that it hit me. But the peace came from breathing from my life. It's so physiological. And the older I get, the more constant I create, the more I realize that tactics. Like I just know how to translate every stuff and then go do this. And so I'm curious, if you just sat and meditated, you're saying that's not going to bring you peace. You have to solve this riddle of all these pieces bouncing around. I'll take back the categoric way I said that. So I guess what I was leaning towards is I'm not saying that meditating itself can't be a peaceful experience, but I feel a lot of people who have stressed out busy lives are just looking for a break from it. And it can provide that, but sometimes it can't because you're too stressed and busy. And a lot of the times, a healthy way of using meditation is to make sense of stuff so that you can go back to your life and apply it. So for some people, it is peace, and that's fair, and I agree. I do find peace in meditation. But for some people, it's giving them that break and that gap between experience and reaction. It's giving them that gap between stress and struggle that allows them to reorient themselves and say, this is what I need to switch, this is what I need to move. And I feel maybe you're someone that does that anyway and does that naturally. And then meditation can become just what it is and give you that peace. But I feel that for a lot of people, just sitting there with their thoughts is stressful. Just observing it. They don't know what to do with it. I think first of all, there's a big fear around it, right? It's just we're scared. I don't understand that. Why are people scared? Well, I mean, it's the same way saying that why are people scared of sitting in cold water, right? Like it sucks. It is suck. It's just what I'm saying is people that I've talked to struggle with their thoughts make those things even because they don't know what to do with them. Like the whole thing It's heat, so look, I'm gonna have a massive physiological response.
Yeah.
Not fun. I'm doing it for reasons, so I do it. I can doing it at any time. But a thought is to be painful in the way that cold exposure, like even my mom says, I don't like being cold. I do it because it serves.
But even he says that the loss of love was more painful than any of the cold he's been through, right? Like that thought of losing someone you love is far greater than the pain of sitting in cold.
Do you think that's like the background thing that's really messing with you?
Yeah, I think I did talk to Amar from Yes Theory, and if you have you ever had them?
I know Yes Theory, but
Yeah, so they do the crazy stuff too, right? They've got, and so I was talking about Amar, he's one of the Yes Theory guys, they're awesome guys. And he was saying to me that, so this is really fascinating. I don't know, by the way, and please keep going. The thing about what Amar was saying is that he said the whole point of Yes Theory was saying yes to crazy stuff that we wouldn't say yes to. And that's how it started. And he got to a point where saying yes to crazy stuff was not difficult anymore. So now when we say yes to doing something crazy next year, we actually didn't find that uncomfortable. And yes, it was all about seeking discomfort. So we realized we were just seeking comfort. Doing something bigger every time was just more and more comfortable. And he goes, actually, what's most uncomfortable for me right now is to sit alone with my thoughts every day for 15 minutes and meditate. He said this to me, and I was like, wow, like it was so profound. So yes, let's go ahead and move that down to one. Yeah,
people are afraid that people don't respect themselves or their self-respect is fragile. That being alone with their thoughts is just going to be intrusive and they're going to lose respect. It's because that was the thing that I struggled with in the beginning, and I've spent my entire life making sure that I can be alone. The only thing that matters is like you're by yourself and you're by yourself. It's the only thing I can think is when people are alone, they don't do what they are, and so they seek distraction.
I mean, it's as simple as that. It's weird. Then I'll give a study and then I'll specifically speak to that point. Like men and women were asked to be alone with their thoughts for 15 minutes or give themselves an electric shock. 30% of women chose an electric shock. Wow, and 60% of men chose an electric shock.
Oh, wow. I think that's the other way.
And when they said because they didn't believe in their thoughts, because we're scared of their thoughts. Now, your hypothesis is accurate. I would agree with it. I think the biggest thing is that when we're left alone to ourselves, we hear things that we may not be comfortable. I don't like where my life is going. I'm not happy with how I look. Everyone else is doing better than me. Oh, they just got proposed to and I'm still alone. All those thoughts get space to actually be heard. Whereas when you're scrolling, it's like, oh, they got proposed. Oh, cute bunny. Oh, like you're not even listening. You're scrolling the thoughts. That's literally, we're scrolling away thoughts. And that gives us a sense of comfort that we don't spend longer than 3 seconds on a thought. Then when you're asked to spend 3 minutes or more on a thought, that thought gets to like grow and build and become scarier and bigger, almost like a monster. That unknown of it, right? It's like, I think that what people are most scared of is they've been trained to numb themselves. We live in a society that knows how to numb emotions and numb feelings, right? I'm so upset about something, I'm going to go and drink alcohol to numb that feeling, to not experience that feeling. I messed up at something. I'm going to go and gamble away my money to numb the feeling that I felt. I'm going to go and watch something on TV because I just want to numb how I feel right now. Now, I'm not saying that I don't do any of those things to numb a feeling when it's really painful, or that we shouldn't ever numb a feeling at all. But our goal is we just want to numb things away. And I don't think that that's why sitting with your thoughts for 15 minutes is really hard because there's nothing to numb it. There's nothing that will numb it. And even sitting in the cold, nothing numbs that apart from your own centeredness and breathing. You have to go to them. And I think that's why sitting alone with your thoughts is such a powerful practice. Because what you're saying, if you want to be happy, being happy about yourself when you're by yourself, that requires you to not numb anything about yourself. Because that's the full acceptance.
So interesting. So I've been thinking a lot recently about distraction. why distraction exists, because I think it actually serves a pretty powerful purpose if we didn't have the ability. So there's a part of the brain called the basal ganglia, which is known as the gear shift in the brain. And for people that have obsessive thinking, they get stuck in the basal ganglia and to let them pass that thought into another thought. Now, I think one of my superpowers is my gearbox is amazing. And to the point where it almost becomes problematic because I'll forget about something that I was obsessed with thinking about, because my gearbox just like goes into the next thing. And so that has shown me that I can very easily get myself out of a loop if I'm, on something that's super negative, I can get out of that. But for somebody who can't, you need that external distraction and doom scrolling. Like there was one period in my life where I had so much going on that even the thought of meditating was just like, well, everything is now crashing down. That's fine. So I need some sort of prime to soothe me enough to get me into meditation. And it was actually doom scrolling cats, not just cats where it's like cute, funny, 15 seconds to digest the idea on next. And I trained my YouTube algorithm on shorts to only show me like cute, fun things. And I would do that for like 7 minutes. And then I would go meditate. It's like, wow, that is freakishly effective. So you have to wall things off because if you doom scroll for 7 hours, you now never get anywhere. But if you don't understand how powerful distraction can be, enough to get you to the point where now you can take advantage of something like meditation, which is going to be your thoughts. Yeah. It's really, really fascinating. Yeah, I think what you just said about distraction, I was allow myself 5 minutes, an hour to be random. And I often I would either do a timer on my phone, or at one point I was really into like hour classes or minute classes, and I would just turn it over. And then I do that. So I allow myself to search random stuff on YouTube, and I learn myself. So it's giving myself the capacity to be random. And what I find in randomness is that you connect really interesting dots. Yeah, that's why I like it. Yeah, exactly. And so I find like in space where I don't know what I'm going to type in, or I pick up a random book from my shelf, or I would find a random thing that I'm scrolling through, but allowing myself to do that for 5 minutes every hour, allow my mind to have that space, to have that gap, to connect dots, but then return back. But that's us using distraction rather than just letting it be there, right? And I think when distraction controls you and drives you, and everyone knows what it feels like to be on a rabbit hole where you end up on some random website or some random YouTube channel, and that's not a good feeling. Like I don't think I want that feeling where I end up somewhere 7 hours later, where 7 minutes of randomness is really healthy and beautiful. It can be amazing. And so why can't 7 minutes of stillness? Why can't 7 minutes of listening to sounds or ambient noises or nature sounds, right? I think there's also a sense of, I think it's reconnecting with our breath. There's an amazing study I talk about in the book about how when we spend time with people that we're close to or caregivers or people that love us, our breath and even our heartbeat can synchronize. Dude, that is so weird to me. It's so strange, right? Do humans sync up to each other? The one that freaks me out the most is that women will sync their periods and they all sync to the dominant female. That stuff gets super crazy. Wow, yeah. Super crazy. That's like my sister all the time. But yeah, I do that. That's so fascinating. So walk me through. Okay, so get self-awareness. So I love these things too. So we stop being afraid of our thoughts because we're doing the and now what. Yeah. So we have the saying it's overwhelming, it's freaking us out. We're going to deal with it, which I love that. And now, in the context of becoming, in fact, here's a thing that I'm going to be like, oh, this will be where we debate. I think if you want to be in a relationship, you must be worthy of a relationship. Now, I'm going to push it even farther, maybe Jay Shetty, the monk, a little uncomfortable, maybe. The ultimate way to think about it is you are asking somebody to have sex, and that's crazy. It is the weirdest sort of energetic thing we do. Like, I think this a lot. This makes it was told to exposing my doing so one is
these things and different aspects come.
That's very conscious of you. I mean that, and you put sex at a very sacred, high value.
That's these things. See, been the longest I've ever been was the male rituals.
Yeah.
Because it brings God. Like I so very hit with a person because it was no emotional connection. I just
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I'm so glad you brought that up, though, right? Like that's what we understand about loneliness now. That loneliness isn't about the number of people around you. It isn't about how popular you are. It doesn't matter how many people are surrounded by you. If you don't feel understood, if you don't feel seen, if you don't feel heard, you're lonely, right? Like that's what it is. And so when you're saying I'm having sex with someone and I still feel lonely, that's real. But you, from your definition of just how you bring it out, you're placing sex as extremely sacred, as a high value. There could be lots of people listening or watching, or maybe people that we don't even, that aren't in this community, that would actually disagree. They'd just be like, well, sex is just sex. Like once they don't see it that way, right? The way you see it is probably more aligned with the Vedas than the other perspective for sure. The idea that if you're about to be anything intimate with anyone, physical intimacy, emotional intimacy, the amount of like exchange of, we just talk about exchanging heartbeats and breathing. I mean, if you think about how biologically affected you are by a relationship, let alone how emotionally and then spiritually affected you are by a relationship, and how much karma you share from a spiritual level, how much uh, energy and vibration you share on a spiritual level, you're talking about like completely syncing up or destroying your synergy with someone. And so I would say I agree with you. I don't think you're crazy at all. I think you're spot on. Copilot provides dedicated fitness coaching, nutrition guidance, personalized workouts, and progress tracking through an easy-to-use app. But most importantly, a real human expert is available to guide you. You can talk with your coach via text, video messages, and live calls. Working closely with my coach has made a significant difference. My coach has put together a personalized workout plan that not only matches my fitness objectives, but also changes as I make progress. Having a fitness expert I can message anytime for questions or guidance has been a huge help. Copilot's approach has also changed my fitness journey in several ways. One thing I love is how flexible it is. Whether I want to work out at the gym or at home, the program adapts to what I prefer. Plus, the flexibility to work out whenever I have time is a big bonus for my busy schedule. I also don't have to worry about planning my workouts. My coach takes care of everything, from setting goals to telling me what to do each day. This has allowed me to focus on my workouts and enjoy them without the stress of figuring out what's next. But the impact of Copilot goes beyond just fitness. Thanks to my coach's help, I've overcome various challenges and reached my fitness goals. I've also managed to stick a regular workout routine for a significant number of days, which has really improved my overall quality of life. Copilot has been a fantastic partner on my fitness journey, helping me become the best version of myself. Visit mycopilot.com/on purpose to get a 14-day free trial with your own personal trainer. On Purpose is supported by AT&T, the original connector and the driving force of connectivity ever since. And today's connected world opens up infinite possibilities. For example, maybe you want to change career paths, but you're worried it's too late. Well, it's not. Our path to purpose is not linear. Today, finding your purpose is easier than ever thanks to the kind of connectivity AT&T provides, allowing you to explore and grow and reach out across the world in ways that just weren't possible even decades ago. So take your time. Connect with your interests, change your path, and your purpose. Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
So how do you become worthy?
So I think that, I mean, I don't think you have to complete solitude in order to move on. And so in the book, I break down 4 things that the Vedas break down, which is preparing for love, which is solitude, practicing love, which is in a relationship, right? The third is like preserving love, or protecting love, because there's a part of us when we're burnt through love that loses the belief in love or changes. So there's a protection of love that comes in phase 3, and phase 4 is what I call perfecting love. And so if those are the 4 phases, solitude is the one preparing for love. And you have to do a lot of that becoming worthy in solitude, because what? I mean, we're saying something here that I think we're on the same page. The idea that if you walk into a relationship and you don't know who you are, you don't know what you need or what you want and what you're building and what you're creating, you're basically going to hope that the other person is going to answer all those questions for you, or you're going to outsource that inadequacy to them to make you feel worthy. So that's why we walk into a relationship and we accept the currency of attention as love. We accept the currency of validation as love.
Yeah, that's big in the social media culture.
Right? We accept the currency of attention, validation, compliments, comfort, random niceness. We accept all of that as love because we ourselves haven't defined and experienced what love looks like on our own. So how do you become worthy of another person is just becoming worthy for yourself. And what does it mean to be worthy for yourself? To be doing hard things alone. When you've done hard things alone and you've grown through them, and that's performance. It's when you've broken through your own barriers. That gives you a healthier sense of self-esteem and self-worth. I think self-worth doesn't come from saying affirmations in a mirror. It doesn't come from just like pretending to be happy. It doesn't come from being positive. Your greatest self-worth is going to come from breaking through stuff that you didn't think you could break through.
Do people expect you to say, just look yourself in the mirror and say, I love myself?
Yeah, I think people sometimes project their own belief of like the word self-love, right? So there is a form of self-love, like I don't go to spas, I love getting massages. So I'm into that form of self-love. But it's like real self-care. I see that's like caring for myself. When I think of self-love, it's just telling myself I love myself. I have tried all of those things, and I've seen how they are not possible when I haven't done some of the work.
Yes.
Right? Like me looking in the mirror and just saying, I'm amazing, I'm wonderful. If I haven't done something amazing that day or done something wonderful that day, I don't believe myself. Right? And that's the problem people have. They're like, I don't believe it. Now, there's two sides to it. Don't you believe a lot of people have done hard things, but they don't give themselves credit?
Very possible.
So there's a big group of people, my mom included. I interviewed my mom recently, not on the podcast. I want to, but I did what I'm happy I did. I interviewed her at a dinner just near her because I really wanted to get to know her story. But I realized it's cool. I didn't feel it.
Or guessing
I
how it was.
didn't figure it out.
My father-in-law reported it. It was
Why did you hear that?
no. I heard Ask Lisa because it was dope. Like that story is crazy.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And that's what I'm saying. We need to know the people closest to us, right? So love, again, anyway, but that's a whole other thing. But I said it to my mom, I asked her questions like I would ask on the podcast. And I was talking to her, and she was telling me that I'm like 15 years old, I think. 15, 16 years old. She was born and raised in Yemen.
Oh,
I said, yeah, so she's living in Yemen. Yemen are trying, and it was called Aden at the time. They're trying to, the Brits who have colonized the country are fighting against the Yemeni soldiers, and she's studying for her exams while there's gunmen on her rooftop.
whoa.
Like, that's a story. And I'm like, Mom, like, you've never told me how bad this was. You just told me you left to the war and moved to England. Like, that's the story I know. And all of a sudden, I'm discovering that you are actually studying for an exam while there's people with guns on your roof defending Trump, and you're in the middle of that. You're 15 years old. And she never told me that. And I was thinking, she's done hard things. Like, and she doesn't even see it that way, because to her, it's normal.
It's interesting. Do you think she thinks it's normal? Or do people confuse enduring, which is extraordinary,
Yeah.
with, oh, but I didn't actively choose it, and therefore I completely discount it?
Totally. Well, I mean, at least for my mom, I can say that she just sees it as her life. She doesn't see it as like hard or easy or that's her kind of way she sees stuff. It's kind of how I feel as well. When I drink my mom gets to explain to me, like there's a part, and I chose to do that. There's a part of me that's just like, it's normal. That's crazy. Like, why would you ever become a monk after school? It's so bizarre. But to me, it's not that bizarre. And so it takes me a minute to be like, oh wait a minute, it is pretty crazy, right? I don't even do that. But I don't sit in that thought that often. And so I think what I'm saying is that this becoming worthy is breaking through some of your own barriers and limits, whatever may be, which is what you discover in the solitude. And the more you break through those, the more you feel worthy for anything and everything. You go, wow, I've done some really tough stuff on my own. I've like really pushed myself in this way. I've really tried something new. And now you're not looking for that person to fill your worthiness. You're not looking for that person to say, you're amazing, you're the best, you're incredible, because you've experienced your strength, right? When you've experienced your strength, no one can make you feel weak. The right person will only make you feel stronger, right? And that's the key. When you've already done hard things, the people around you will only make you feel stronger. That's why you know they're great to be in your life. Because they're not making you feel strong, they're making you feel stronger. Whereas what we often find is that, yeah,
You're not making you feel strong, you're making you feel stronger.
correct. So even if you're in a positive relationship with us, like around you, right? And we have a healthy relationship, we know each other a fair bit. It's like I consider myself to be self-aware and self-confident and have a high degree of self-worth. Totally open about it. I have no issue. No issue.
No reasonable person will push back on that.
Yeah, no issue whatsoever. And and I feel that the people I like to be in my life are not people who I'm looking to support that or do that, but they're able to help me discover more about myself. So there's a sign of strength. So I had a client I was coaching with last year, and he did this for me, and it was really powerful. I was like, I only like working with clients who also I learn from. So I have a selfish motive there, but it's special. He said, I never met someone who ties up spirituality, business, and practicality in one person like you do. And I'm not saying that to self promote. I'm saying that because he gave me permission free, and that made me
I'll
strong.
second that.
And it was just really powerful. I felt so like freed by that statement to feel free because it made me stronger. I know I am those things, but that has made me stronger. That's what I'm saying that you gravitate towards when you already have a sense of self worth. Whereas when you don't have a sense of self worth, you look for the person who's saying, "Oh, you're really good at that. Oh, like maybe you should." Like you're looking for someone to like make you feel better about yourself from zero. Whereas you're already at a 10 and someone's like finding new ways of showing you more of yourself. There's something beautiful about that.
Great.
I don't even know if I'm articulating clearly, but
Very clearly from my perspective. So I think that there is a biological imperative hardwired in the brain that you must do hard things in order to feel good about yourself. And when I think about it from an evolutionary standpoint, and this is why I think rich kids implode. You should never have to do hard things. From an evolutionary perspective, I think it was just so hard to stay alive. Like for millions of years, it really was red and tooth and claw. Like to stay alive, you were kill or be killed, you were hunting, gathering, fighting other tribes, which was crazy. And the people that were going to survive were going to be the ones that got an emotional, a self applied emotional hard for doing something hard. And when you do something hard, you recognize it, it needs to feel good. And if it does, and you keep doing the hard things, and you're the far more likely to survive. And the person is like, that sucked, there was no redeeming qualities. And so it's just like, when I think about that, because if I were to create a recipe for fulfillment, it's very simple. It's working really hard, doing hard things to gain a set of skills that allow you to serve not only yourself but others. That's it. Like that's the whole recipe. But it really is to be you're to do something hard. It came easily to you. It won't give you the sense of respect that you want. Like the stuff that I more easily in my life. It's always the stuff that I find like through pain and suffering, and I endure. In fact, I want to read you a quote. It's one of my all-time favorite quotes. To those human beings who are of any concern to me, I wish suffering, desolation, sickness, ill treatment, indignities. I wish that they should not remain unfamiliar with profound self-contempt, the torture of self-mistrust, the wretchedness of the vanquished. I have no pity for them, because I wish them the only thing that can prove today whether one is worth anything or not. That one endures. Ah, that shows it was Nietzsche.
that's so great.
So good.
Like and subscribe. And I think I have it's sentiment. I would not wish it on anyone.
That's amazing. So,
Which is sort of things. I
listen, if you agree,
yeah.
in fact, where does it break down? Because this is why I don't have kids. That is people need, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I
Well, it's where we disagree, right? Because in that I get the intention and the spirit.
but do you think that a bad person if they avoid it?
You have, like for most people, life is already hard in some areas. I don't think there's many people I know, at least where I grew up.
But does it make them better or worse?
Well, I don't think they have the tools, which is why we tend to get what we're doing to that, right? Like, I don't think that when I like walk around or the areas I grew up in, it wasn't worse than worse, it wasn't best than best.
I think it would.
Yeah, it's not. Of course, yeah, it's not nice. And people made bad choices because they didn't have good role models, right? And people made bad choices because they didn't have good tools. They didn't make bad choices because of just where they were. It's because they didn't have access to it. We have access, and that's what we're trying to do, I feel, with our work. Because I look at myself and I can clearly, if I was at the sliding doors, if I envision like where my life could have been if I didn't take a few steps, I could easily have been today addicted to some drug, getting involved in things that were highly violent, and finding myself validation through gang culture. Like I would have so ended up there. Like I would literally pinpoint three decisions that could have really took my life in that direction, and no one would know who I am today, and I'd be a very different person. Not because I'm a bad person or because I'm attracted to any of those things, just because I didn't have access. I got lucky, and I see that the access that I got to the monks at an early age just transformed the trajectory of my life. But most people don't meet someone random. We follow the same people on Instagram. We follow the same people on YouTube. We all watch the same stuff. We listen to the same stuff. How many people in their last 7 days can be honest and say they heard from a random voice that was unexpected? Or they saw a random person that they didn't know that sparked a new journey in their life? Like, that's how random it was for me to be a monk. I didn't grow up religious. I wasn't around monks. I didn't go religiously to meet monks. Like, I met someone who completely sparked a different thought. When you're sitting down with trauma experts, when I'm sitting down with neuroscientists, like I didn't grow up with neuroscientists, like who are speaking to those people? So I feel, I just feel like when we that's oh, we're going back to that statement. I wouldn't wish pain on anyone because I feel that life is already hard. I would just wish that people opened up their hearts and minds to the tools that would help them deal with that hardship better and not try and rely on what they currently have in their toolkit. That would be my wish, if anything. Wishes.
Right. The only way I can like express that is to be modified slightly. I wish that people could develop a profound sense of self-worth.
Yeah.
And avoid all of that, but I don't think they can. And so that's maybe a twist of evolution. Like, I want to be very clear. I'm not saying I'm glad it is this way. I'm just saying I think it is this way. Now, my beef with the idea of I wish that these horrible things upon me is that it breaks most of the people that it touches.
Right.
But I don't think people can become a version of themselves that they'll be proud of unless they go through that stuff. So it's actually you can't wish that on someone in that way, and even real compassion is letting the right thing happen so that they need to go through. I just don't think I don't really want to wish that's interesting. So yeah, here was my catch with one of the reasons I had kids. I knew I would intervene if something bad was happening. Now as I get older, I feel like I might be more capable of letting it happen, but at the time it was sort of peak. Like, should we not? I was like, I know I will intervene. Would you intervene?
It's weird. I don't know. This is the answer. Yeah, we don't know. We've talked about it. We're very like we're probably in that church. Right, we don't know. And partly it's these kind of things, partly it's how it affects service and impact, how it there's so many things, right? There's so many facets to that question.
So let's say Dar, who has two children, your co-host on your show,
Yeah.
Dar and Jay, for those that aren't liking and subscribing yet. Would you want them to intervene?
When I saw a couple of parents that I was friends with a few years back, and I remember that their child was like putting her hands through a candle, like on the other side of the room. So we were all hanging out here, the two was running around, and the two was on the other side of the candle doing that. And my natural instinct at the time, this is probably like maybe like 8 years ago, my natural instinct was to go and be like, help that kid. And I was mindful of other people's kids too, because I just feel like something, I have to check with help. if it happens, she'll go next time not to touch that. And then like I saw, and I was like, wow, that's just impressive. Like I'm sitting consider my dad and my friends are great parents, they're very loving and it's a choice today, right? Like I'm not actually loving and care about their kids. Like, I think they do care about their kids. I think they're really great parents, but then their child here is rather than to them, they moved into the countryside and stuff. Their kids would just be like out, like swinging on trees, like climbing stuff, and falling over. And they were so comfortable with that because they had that mindset that there should be an openness. Now, I think there's that openness, but then there's intervening when it gets really painful. Like, what if your child gets involved in drugs? Are you not going to intervene? Like, are you not going to educate? Are you not going to? This is not the right way to go would be the healthy ways of intervening. I don't think ever looking at a telling a kid to stop or don't do that is ever going to work. But to me, intervening is important at certain points where you think it's like really going off the edge of the cliff versus when you feel like it's healthy experimentation and you don't. But I'm saying this obviously in theory because I don't have to. But when I look at it, the closest person I can compare it to is my sister. So my sister's 5 years younger when she was born, I held her in my hands, and I felt like I parented her in many ways. I call her kid, like that's my nickname for my younger sister. And if I look at my sister, I made mistakes by intervening too much sometimes. So I didn't really want her to have a job growing up because I worked a job growing up when I was 14, and I didn't really think that that was healthy for her. And now I look back and I was like, realized that was a mistake. Like, I should have let her work. And I don't think that that was a good decision. And so that's me going, okay, well, that was a bad intervention. And then there's other things where like we have a really open relationship. She told me what her challenges, we're pretty good friends. She's not scared to tell me something. Like that's the healthy part of it. And so I look at like how parenting is so tough. If you look back and you're like, why is it now? Then you look back and go, oh, I got that right. So I think whether it's kids or not, I guess my point is I'm going to wish pain on someone because I think they're going through some sort of pain. That's my point. I can't wish pain on someone. Yeah, that's it. I heard. Yeah. What is the formula? Like, if you want to be in a healthy relationship, what's the number one thing? The number one thing people get wrong. Yeah. And what is the fix? Yes, we're going to do three. I break them each out of this book. So the three are, and the first one's basically, and then it gets more complex and interesting. So the first one is you have to like their personality, you have to like their company. You enjoy being around them, you enjoy being around for longer periods of time, which is an important experiment. Like I read a study that showed to make someone a casual connection, you have to spend 40 hours with them. For a casual connection, if you want someone to be considered a friend, it's 100 hours of time with that person. And if you consider someone a good friend, if you consider someone a good friend, a great friend, it's 200 hours plus. If you can't like someone's company for 200 hours of undistracted time, chances are you don't really like their personality. We both know people that we would love to spend a weekend with, but we wouldn't want to see them every weekend. That's okay. Those could be great casual friendships. We both know people that we wish we could spend more time with, but we don't prioritize. They're good friends, but they're not going to be the best friends. And then we know people like our wives who we spend a considerable amount of time with, disproportionately more with them than we do with any other human on the planet. And, hopefully we make good decisions and we're very happy about those decisions. So when I look at that liking, that's what I mean by liking that person's company and personality, give it some tangibility of what that means. The second thing you need, and this is where I want to be really clear about my language because this word gets thrown a lot in relationship talk, but I don't mean it the same way. So the thing is, you have to respect their values. And what I mean by this is 99% of us in relationships are trying to make our partner respect our values. We want them to like what we like. We want them to love what we love. If I'm going to watch football on the weekend, I'd love you to come with me. If I think that going towards this is really important, you should be there. So we demand that our partner respects our value rather than respecting theirs. And I'll give a tangible example. So for example, Ravi's number one, and I ask a lot of couples to do this exercise if I'm working with someone. I'll ask couples to rank their top 3 priorities, including themselves in order. And most of the time, one partner will say, you are the partner. So you would say Lisa. If you have the kids, you say the kids. And then third, they put themselves. That's a general one that people put. Now, sometimes you get a curveball where someone goes, me, you, the kids. And every time someone writes that, then all it goes, how did you put the kids third? How did the kids be third? And it's like, well, no, because I know that I don't want to give you my leftovers. I want to give you the best. So when you look at respecting someone's value, and I look at Ronnie's values, Ronnie's number one value is family. Our family. My number one value is my purpose and my service. Well, those are not the same values. So I can say you have to have the same values as her. I don't subscribe to that. I don't think you have to have the same values. I think you have to have, I think if you're looking for someone with exactly the same values, you're going to take a long time to find that person. I don't know anyone involved that I know that's a criminal who looks for each other daily. Who genuinely can say we have the same exact values. So I respect Ronnie's values family, which means when family becomes a priority in decision making, when family becomes a priority during the holiday season, when family becomes a topic of conversation, I'm so big. That's something she deeply values and cares about. If she's going to choose family over anything, I'm going to be okay with that. But she's made it very clear that's her number one value. Same back at me. If I choose purpose over anything, she knows that's going to happen. It's not a surprise. I know so many people who are trying to get their partners to change their value. And I just don't see that happening. Or that person compromises their value and now feels less versions of themselves, like a less adequate version of themselves. And now you're dating the second best version of the person you love. And so that's respecting values. And the third thing is, and this is what differentiates it, is you're committed to helping them get to their goals. You're committed. I didn't like your goals, Tom, but we're not in a relationship where I'm committed to achieving your goals. I deeply appreciate your goals. I think you have an amazing impact. But if someone asks me, Jay, you can feel this way about a friend, I'm not committed. I'm not actively doing something. I may support, I can help, but I'm not committed. Whereas my wife, I'm committed on a daily basis. Saying, what do you want in your life? Where are you going? What do you need? What support do you need? What can I do for you to help you get there? It's not about her helping me. I know she's thinking about that. But I'm thinking about how is that? So those are my things for a happy relationship. Those are three key things. But there's so many things I could go into, but I have to keep the overview formulates those three things.
So what trips people up? Are they? I'm assuming selection. If that's such a big part, they just select the wrong person.
Yeah.
Why?
I think people select one person because they are looking to perform. First of all, we select the wrong person because we make so many snap judgments off of a few basic inputs. So one of the things that the Vedas talk about is something called the 6 opulences. And we've talked about this before, which we have in a different context. But the 6 opulences are fame, wealth, power, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. Those are the 6 opulences. These are 6 things people pursue, people value, people admire. Right? We can all agree with that.
I love the renunciation. That's like,
Yeah,
that makes self-awareness.
yeah, it's a huge one. It's the 6 opulences. And what we do in relationship is when we find someone has one opulence, we ascribe them other qualities. So if someone is wealthy, we assume that they must be organized, and that they'll be organized in the home. If someone is attractive, we assume that they'll be able to articulate themselves effectively. If someone is powerful at work, we assume that they're really good at organizing data. Right? It's qualities we start ascribing people. And so often what happens is one opulence does this halo effect into making you believe that this person has Gibson skills and qualities, rather than through research and learning and experience, you're just giving them away to that person. And we do this in interviews. Right, we all know how the halo effect works in interviews. You're interviewing a more attractive candidate who are likely to hire. More attractive hostesses and waiters and waitresses get bigger tips. Like, this is just how human psychology works. But it's very risky when you choose a life partner based on how attractive someone was for 30 seconds. And so I find that selection goes wrong because of that, because we ascribe qualities because of one opulence rather than actually seeing those qualities. It's like me saying to you, when did Lisa realize she could trust you? I'm hoping it's not day one. Because trust is something that has to be proven time and time and time again. Trust is something that she has to see time and time again. He said he was going to be there at this time. He turned up. He said he was going to show up for this moment. He showed up. That's trust. Trust is not built because someone was really nice to you. And so trust is something we throw away. And I can dive into the levels of trust too, but
Yeah, I mean, if those are the top things, let's.
yeah, so I think trust is such a thing like, but it fully connects to this world. Um, there are 4 levels of trust. My belief is that whenever you meet anyone, someone new, your relationship with them should start at 0 trust. Now, what we do in life is we believe that there's only 2 things in everything. We think everything's binary, right? Black and white, left and right. Trust, don't trust.
Now, is zero trust sitting at the 0 point between trust and distrust?
0 is sitting at no trust beginning. Yes,
Because you're on active, like looking at them suspiciously.
correct. So I'm going to give the level. So the first point being that we see trust as true binary. I have people I trust and there's people I don't trust. To me, that's too limited and it doesn't help. Because what that means is if I like someone, I automatically trust them, which is massively unhealthy. And so what I'm saying is that 0 trust is correct between distrust at the bottom and then trust higher, but there's 3 levels in between. So when I meet someone, especially if you're dating them, you have 0 trust in them. The next step is transactional trust. Transactional trust is, I know when this person says they're going to do something, they do it. I know there's an equal exchange in the transaction. If I say, I'm going to do this work and you're going to pay me this amount, I know you're going to pay me at that time. That's transactional trust. It's what you have with your employees, it's what you have with the teams, it's what you have with colleagues. We don't want this because it's not sexy. It's not, it doesn't feel like love. It feels too professional. But really, every single person has to go through these levels. The next stage is reciprocal trust, where you know someone loves you and appreciates you and is good for you, but you're not counting, you're not checking. You know it reciprocates naturally, it cycles around. This is a healthy level of trust after some time, when the transaction's been proven over and over again. Now you don't need the contract, right? Now you don't always need to sign it. And then the 4th stage, which I believe is practically impossible, is unconditional trust, which is that godlike trust that we all want in the person we end up with. The problem is we give unconditional trust away early, and then we fall down those levels to 0 trust. And why we feel so let down by people? Because it just felt like we fell down 4 flights of stairs. That's why breaking trust feels so deep, because you gave someone level 4 trust when you should have started at 0 and worked their way up. So let people earn your trust. When you talk about being worthy, let someone earn your trust. Let someone be worthy of your trust. Don't just give it because they're nice and kind and they bought you a gift. Right?
So why do you think we have that instinct? Is it just the halo effect of you are kind to me and I'm letting that spill over into other areas?
Just want to be loved so desperately. We're so desperate for it because it's been put on this pedestal that this is the defining factor of success in love. Is could you find someone to love? Because then you'd be loved. Then you'd be worthy. Then you'd have what it takes. If you were able to convince someone to spend their life with you, then you're worthy. And we're so desperate for that we would happily speed through those. Instead of 200 hours, we'll tell someone we love them in 2 months. Because we'd rather have it and think we lost it than to have never found it at all. Because never having found it means we were never worthy. Because if we found it and lost it, even if it wasn't perfect, at least there was some part of us that was loved. And that's why we'll stay in toxic relationships. That's why we'll settle for people who are not worthy for us. Because we'd rather feel like we're in love than actually build it. And I think that's the challenge, that we live in such a feeling world as opposed to a building, creating world, which is a doing world, which is an action world. I start the book with a beautiful statement of this conversation between a student and a teacher, often attributed to the Buddha. So a student goes up to the Buddha and says, what is the difference between I like you and I love you? And the Buddha replies, when you like a flower, you simply pluck it and throw it away. But when you love a flower, you water it daily. And to me, that is the difference because we're so desperate. Yeah, we're so desperate to just smell that flower, observe its beauty for a few moments, toss it away. But that person who turns up every day and waters that flower, gives it the sun, and gives it the soil. No one wants to be that person. But that's love. Then you have a beautiful garden. Then you have this beautiful view every day of all these flowers that you. And so to me, it's the desperation of the feeling of being loved is it's making us settle for less than. It's really interesting. Now you say that nobody wants to be that person because of the effort and energy. Like this is something that Lisa and I say a lot. I'd be curious to see if you agree with this. I think you will. That love, love really isn't enough. Just to be super cliche for a second, that really a relationship isn't just about love. That's one of the components, but it's going to take a lot of work. Yeah. But work of the kind that you described, watering it, making sure it has enough sun, wiping the leaves down, make sure there's no bugs on it. It's an attentiveness. Yeah. Investment. And it's unsexy, right? I keep using that word too because it's not what's been portrayed. It's not what it's meant to feel like. It doesn't look like that Pinterest board. It doesn't feel like the wedding day every day, right? Like the challenges that I was looking at the studies, the amount of money that gets spent on weddings, it says the more you spend on your wedding, the more likely you are to divorce earlier. Like you're shorter wedding the more you spend on you're shorter marriage the more you spend on your wedding is what the studies show. And so when I saw that, I was just like, wow, I didn't spend that much on the wedding, thankfully. I look at the studies, but I was looking at that, and I'm not saying big wedding. I love big weddings. I love attending. I'm just saying that it's interesting how much, if you think about it, when you're planning a wedding, you organize a priest. The priest is there to remind you of your commitments. When you get married, who's your priest? Who's reminding you of your commitments every day? We never think about it. When you get married, you have a guest list. The guest list is made up of people who love you and support your marriage. When you're married, how deeply do you think about the